Hi, Polly here.
And this is Tortuga.
And this is Trek for Free Stories. Let's dive in.
I've been with Polly for a long time, and in that time I have cataloged every sound she makes. However, this one I did not recognize. I will tell you what I found, but first, let me take you back to the beginning. Because what happened that night was the ending of a very good day. Edisto Beach State Park sits on a barrier island on the South Carolina coast, pinched between the Atlantic Ocean on one side and the AC Basin, one of the largest undeveloped estuaries on the East Coast. It is also one of the best places in the United States to find megalodon teeth. Not replicas, not gift shop fossils, real ones, washing out of the ocean floor right onto the beach. You will probably not find one on your first pass. You might find one the moment you stop looking. Either way, you will have walked a stretch of South Carolina coast that was underwater when the biggest predator that ever lived was hunting these waters. Think you found one? That tooth in your hand is older than the pyramids by 3 million years. Go get your Megalodon Hunter challenge badge at trekforfree.com. Megalodon was a shark. That sentence does not do it justice. Otodas megalodon was a shark the size of a school bus. It lived between 23 and 3.6 million years ago, and it was the apex predator of every ocean on Earth for nearly 20 million years. Its jaws were wide enough to swallow a small car.
The teeth, the ones washing up on your feet right now, were up to 7 inches long. For scale, the largest great white shark tooth ever recorded is about 3 inches.
How to find them at Edisto. We came in prepared. We had read that the technique was to work the tidal tributaries, the small channels where ocean water pushes inland and then recedes, washing the sand away as it goes. As the sand erodes, older material is exposed. Teeth that have been buried in the offshore fossil beds for millions of years get caught in these channels and washed toward shore. We found one of these tributaries where it met the ocean and spent most of the morning working it. The kids dragged their hands through the wet sand. We sifted. We scanned the waterline where the waves were actively washing material up.
We found nothing. After several hours, we called it. The kids needed beach time. We set up chairs at the waterline and let them play in the surf. And there it was, right next to my chair, a black triangle about an inch long, sitting on the surface of the sand where the last wave had deposited it. I had walked past that exact spot 6 times. The megalodon tooth found me the moment I stopped looking for it.
Can you keep it? At Edisto Beach State Park, yes. South Carolina allows casual collection of natural objects, including fossils, for personal, non-commercial use in state parks. Take what you can carry and what you reasonably found. Do not excavate, do not sell. Federal lands operate under stricter rules. On national park land, collecting fossils is generally prohibited. Always check the specific rules for wherever you are hunting. On Edisto, you are fine. People have been collecting fossils on that beach for a long time.
Older places to find megalodon teeth. Edisto is exceptional, but not unique. The east coast of the United States has some of the best public megalodon hunting in the world. Venice Beach, Florida, nicknamed the shark tooth capital of the world. Black teeth wash up daily. No special equipment needed. Calvert Cliffs, Maryland, Chesapeake Bay shoreline. The cliffs are actively eroding fossil-bearing Miocene sediment. Teeth are everywhere. Aurora, North Carolina, inland phosphate mine with public fossil digs. If you earn your Megalodon Hunter badge somewhere other than Edisto, these are your best bets. Edisto Beach State Park has a campground tucked into the maritime forest. We had a tent, the old family tent,
The one from my childhood that had survived a remarkable number of trips and smelled like every one of them. It was not going to fit all of us. So we did what any reasonable outdoor enthusiasts do. We hung hammocks between the palmetto trees. This was the era of hammock camping. Everyone was doing it. We were experienced campers. We could handle it. The campsite was honestly beautiful. Dappled shade, salt air, the Spanish moss moved in the breeze. Lacey, the trail dog, supervised the setup from her position on a fallen log.
What we did not fully discuss at the time, and what I think about whenever anyone says hammock camping is romantic, is that we were sleeping outside, in the open air, in South Carolina, beside a salt marsh, with alligators. There were also the spiders. Golden silk orb weavers hang their webs between the palmetto trees at roughly head height. They are large enough to have a shadow. They are harmless, technically, but this information does not help at night.
We were tough. We were outdoor people. We climbed into the hammocks. We went to sleep. In the middle of the night, I heard a sound I had never heard before. I have told you about Polly's sounds, the sharp inhale during the snake encounter, the absolute stillness in the face of something alarming. In 20 years, I had built a complete catalog. This one was not in it.
It was a scream. Specific. Urgent. The kind of sound that bypasses every filter and goes straight to the emergency column. I grabbed the flashlight and turned it on. There was Polly, sitting up in her hammock, arms out wide, eyes fixed straight ahead. And there, inches from her face, was a raccoon, sitting up on its haunches, arms out wide, eyes equally fixed. They were both completely still, staring at each other, neither one moving. The raccoon had been walking through camp in the dark, doing what raccoons do, looking for food scraps, not expecting obstacles. Raccoons walk with a distinctive arched hump. It had been ambling along the forest floor and had walked directly into Polly, who was hanging at raccoon height between two palmetto trees. They discovered each other at the exact same moment. Both of them screamed, possibly simultaneously.
Where was Lacey? You are asking the right question. Lacey, my trail dog, my adventure companion, the dog I have written about elsewhere on this site, was in the tent with the kids. She had found the children and the tent and had made a decision about where she was most comfortable. She and the kids had their safe space. No one came out to check on us. She was snoring.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Trek for Free Adventure Stories. If this sounds like your kind of expedition, give us a thumbs up, subscribe so you can catch the next one. In the spirit of adventurers of yesteryear and the storytelling legends of Louis L'Amour, I hope we find a place in your travels. See you on the road. Until next time, adios.